Hello everybody. I'm going to be doing an unboxing and unveiling of the new Firefly the board game, as you can see. This really interesting game just came out last week, based on Joss Whedon's universe that he created in the show Firefly, the television show Firefly, and the movie follow-up Serenity. Of course, it follows the story of Captain Mal Reynolds, the captain of a crew and a ship called Serenity, who travels around the verse, taking on whatever jobs may need taking on. It's got a Western theme, as you may or may not be aware, and it is a really interesting TV show and one of my absolute favorites. So I picked up this game for about $50 at a place called Eagle and Empire in Arlington, Virginia. And so let's crack this sucker open. All right. So the first thing that you're going to notice, of course, is this beautiful box art with a picture of Mal and the crew on the box cover, and the publisher, of course, Gale Force 9, their little logo right here in the corner there. And so it's really nice, really well done box art. It's really pretty, really interesting looking. You've got Zoe on the side here, and of course Jane, or sorry, Kaylee right there, and Jane right there. So I was trying to show you. And then a quick Kaylee, and then of course our Captain tight pants there, Mal, looking very cool. On the back, you've got a setup of the game on this side. You've also got, I don't know if you can see it there, but the box contents. How long a game may or may not take, number of players, and the age range, which of course will be very useful if you want to play with children. The box says, after the Earth was used up, we found the new solar system and hundreds of new Earths were terraformed and colonized. Goes on to talk about the history of the verse and ends up with its speaker, Shepard Dariel Book. Of course, Shepard Book was a member of the Serenity crew. And it says, find a crew, find a job, and keep flying. Welcome to the verse. Since shivers down my spine. www.fireflyboardgame.com, and you've got a really nice picture, as I showed you there, of the board game, the board, and what you're going to be looking at. So let's crack this stuff open. So taking off the top box here, the cracking open the contents. This is always exciting. I notice on the inside of the box cover you've got some posters from different places: Persephone, Regina, Space Bazaar, Osiris, Shipworks, Silverhold, and I think there's the same on both sides, as well as something that says here, Travel the Verse, brought to you by the Allied Spacecraft Corporation, which of course are the big baddies in the game. You've got a really interesting little booklet here. Start Firefly, the role-playing game, which of course came out, if I'm not mistaken, this year or last year. No, I'm sorry. The role-playing game came out several years ago. And it's got some interesting little things in there. Spartacus, Blood and Bone, which is a TV show, or a game of blood and treachery, should I say, featuring Lucy Lawless, who's one of my favorites. And also Firefly, a celebration, Big Damn Anniversary Edition. So that's interesting. And it's got some interesting things in there, so we'll take a look at that for later. Of course, you have the ever-present and ever-important rule book with the crew again on the front, and of course filled to the brim with colorful pictures and artwork and rules, which will help us get this game going, and also some really nice photos of the crew. Got Mal and Jane and Zoe there. This is my first time opening up this box, so I have seen it before. So I'm going to be discovering things right along with you. The next I'm going to hold up here. The next level is a set of punch-out cardboard pieces, which say cargo. There's the little octopus things that sell the chewy gummy bars or what have you, and then fuel rods, and in yellow, and then in the green here are parts, which I imagine will help keep your ship running. And on the front, the purple, squares here say cargo. On the back, you will notice that they say Contra, which I can only imagine stands for contraband, which I think is going to be pretty interesting. Another sheet of cardboard cutouts here. You've got a blue for warrant issued. You've got a little dinosaur, a stegosaurus, if those things are real. I'm not sure. You've got a blue square that says passenger, if you want to take a look at that. And then on the other side, the blue square or purple squares become red and it says fugitive. So I reckon if you've got river on your ship, it might be pretty interesting. You've also got a square here that says Alliance Contact and on the blue side, and Reaver Contact on the orange side, which are both will be interesting in their own unique ways. Next, I'm going to pull out the actual board for the board game. Beautiful, gorgeous, full color. I'm going to unfold it for you so you can see. I just went on a game spinning spree, so I can tell you with relative certainty this is about the same size as the Ticket to Ride board. And as you can see, I'm holding it up here. It's quite large. It seems to have marked off all of the known universe with planets such as Athens, Ariel, Bellerophon, Osiris, Londinium, Shinon, and several others. I'm sure you'll be able to find the planets from the show. And we'll take a closer look at that in a second, but I just want to get this box open. Further, we've got some cards here that on the front, or on the back I should say you can't take this guy from me. And it has some little illustrated Firefly vessels on there. And then you've got this card, which seems to have some rules on it. And again, I'm opening this up for the first time myself, so I'm not exactly sure what is the case. So we'll take a look at that later. You've got a little bag with, let's see, what seems to be 5 Firefly class vessels. And I will take one of those out of the bag so you can see. Well, let's see. Actually, as I'm taking out the bag, I'm noticing that it's not 5 Firefly class vessels. What you do, in fact, have are 4 Firefly class vessels, which look like little mini Serenities there. And you have what seems to be a Reaver ship, which seems to be cobbled together from various parts. If you can see that. And you've got some sort of base, some sort of starship base or something of that variety, I'm not sure. And you've got little stands for them to go on. So you take the little Firefly ship, you put it on a little stand, and away you go. So I think so there's enough stands for all of these pieces. You also have dice, 2 dice, D6s, which go from 1 to 5, and then where would be the 6 is a little Firefly vessel. Next up in the box, what seems to be money. 100 and 2,000. So I reckon it goes up in denomination or something of that nature. I do have a box of Firefly money somewhere in my house, not here, my parents' house, maybe in the basement, where I've stored some things. But it's a really cool thing. I bought it from Quantum Mechanics. It's like a little packet of money that's based off the money that they use in the show, and it's pretty cool. So check that out. Next we have cards. I would assume these are the game boards that each particular player plays on. And it's got Bonanza, which is a Firefly vessel, Firefly class vessel. Bonnie May, which also seems to be, you can only see the bridge here, but it seems to be another Firefly class vessel. You have got the Serenity, which of course we all know and love, and you've got the little ship's designation under there. And you've also got the Yuan-Chi, which also is a Firefly class vessel, and it's got the Chinese up there, which actually does read Yuan-Chi. It says Yuan-Chi New something, New Shen. No, I'm not sure. My Chinese reading is a little rusty. So that's that. Those are the I imagine it's 1 to 4 players. I think is what I said earlier. Yeah, 1 to 4 players, which is interesting that one person can play this game. And sad, a little tiny bit sad, a little tiny bit. You don't want to be in your house playing this by yourself. Now we've got some cards wrapped in plastic. Border space. On one side it says border space, and it does say side yen something, but I can't read. I can't make out. And then drive core on the other side, which again I'm not sure exactly how those will work into the rules. You have some more cards with a character on it, Patience, who, as we all know, shot Mao in an episode of Firefly. Well, she shot him. And on the other side of that, you've got something that says Homesteader Transport, and it says legal. So I reckon some of the jobs you can do in this game are legal. Some of the jobs you can do in this game are not legal. And of course, last but not least are a few more cards. Space Bazaar, your trip starts here. And you also have another character card on the back that says Inara, Ambassador. That is going to be very interesting. And there's a lot of, I like that there's a lot of, well, let's just say that's it. The box is now empty, as you can see. I've unloaded all of the bits and pieces and baubles. And first impressions, well, you know, it's hard to really say, okay, you know, I've looked at the thing and I know exactly what the game's going to be about. You know, I don't know how to play this game yet. I'm going to spend some time with our friend Mrs. Rulebook and get to know the game. And you know, I like that. It feels very, you know, versy, as one might say. It feels like the verse. It feels like the verse that we all come to love. And I think that it's interesting that we're not all going to get to play as Serenity and play as Mao. Maybe we'll be Mao on the Sun-Chi, or the Yuan-Chi, I'm sorry, or maybe we'll be Mao on, you know, some other ship, which would be interesting. At the very least, they do have some of our favorite characters. We saw Inara in there. We saw Patience. We're going to be able to take jobs and try to make it out there in the verse, and which I think is really cool. Running into Reavers, running into Alliance, you know, smuggling, taking on illegal and legal passengers, which is going to be good, and making money, which is, you know, that's the main thing. That cashy money, getting after it and getting that cashy money. So I think, yeah, I think it's very interesting. So this is just a basic unboxing. I've shown you all of the everything that's included in the box from start to finish. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to set up a game. It says we play with 1 player, which I think is very interesting. And I'm going to try to give that a go. And perhaps I will make another video detailing what that entails, or perhaps I'll find some other people to play with, hopefully, and I can show, you know, what's this all about and how the game works. So I hope that you enjoyed this unboxing. If you did, please leave a like, or if I'm not on YouTube for whatever reason, please comment with what you think, you know, the game is about, or how good it's going to be, etc. And if you want to play with me, I need people to play with. I need friends to help me set up a crew and get going, and you know. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.